there, fantasy owners. Welcome to LTC Fantasy here. Not sure if you're chiming in watching via YouTube or listening via podcast, but really do appreciate you supporting the episode no matter which way you're streaming it there. Speaking of support, I really want to thank some of the new listeners via podcast. Or downloads are increasing a little bit every week there, and on YouTube we reached 100 subscribers there. So if you, no matter which way you're listening, we did have our ranking episodes out because it's right now we're in the down and dirty. It's draft season there, so all the drafts are done. All of our ranking episodes are done where we have top 25 goalies, top 50 D-men, top 100 forwards. We also did some episodes on an bonus 10 goalies, bonus 30 D-men, and bonus 50 forwards. That way, as you're getting in the later rounds, it gives you some names to think about if some of the players in the top of the rankings are already taken there. And if you do subscribe or download the podcast, it'll be a lot easier to find those episodes. And really, hopefully, you find some value for your drafts that you're currently doing or your upcoming drafts later this week before the regular season starts here next week. Today, we're going to talk about what to expect from LTC Fantasy throughout the regular season when we get into it, minus our longer weeks because they're set up a little bit different when like opening week spread over 11 days, etc. But how to find some value for you, no matter what format you play, which episodes will benefit you the most. So this year we are going to do some shorts this year. We will do them especially on light nights, some heavier nights, etc., depending on the schedule. These will come out the day before. It'll be a really quick hit. We got to keep them under 30 seconds. But it'll look at the next day's matchups on some favorable matchups and who to stream just in case you add and drop players. Obviously, this is going to favor you in formats where you can change your lineup daily for that week. But in other formats too, just hearing a player's name might give you an idea of who to add or drop if you got a weak link on your roster and somebody's on a bit of a hot streak. So it can benefit all formats, but it's more tailored towards the teams that can be updated daily, your lineups there. Every week we will also be having on Saturday beforehand a strategy episode. It takes a look at the NHL schedule throughout your fantasy week. So we'll mention things like who has most games played, who has the least games played, who plays on off nights, etc. So this will really benefit all formats, because no matter if you're Dynasty League or not, you're going to want to know who plays the most games that week, who plays the least amount of games, so you know who to start and dress. We'll also talk about light nights, so this favors more player where you can update your roster daily, etc. And we will list teams from these teams that play the most games, obviously your 4 or 5 game a week teams, and also the teams from off nights, to really provide you some solid value to secure those wins in your league. No matter what format you are playing, you definitely will find some value in those. Our waiver wire episode, which comes out middle of the week during the fantasy week, this looks at players who have been on a hot streak for at least a 2-week period prior. This will help benefit you in no matter what format you're playing, whether Dynasty, etc., because we will mention age, what their stats are over the last couple of weeks, hopefully catching those players on an upward trend to really find you some solid fantasy value, not for the current fantasy week that the waiver episode ends on, but for future weeks as well. Hopefully get you that long-term fix, not necessarily a short-term fix, and it really benefits basically every format out there outside of banger leagues, because I don't mention PIMS, etc. I really find, for me personally, I don't enjoy those formats. Others do, so there might be different fantasy articles, etc., where you might find some value for banger leagues. I'm just not one of them, unfortunately, there. And our last episode will be weekend ads. This comes out on Thursday. It'll look at the games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to really help you make the push. We'll be mentioning players from teams that get in at least 2 games over the weekend. So that way, and teams that, if there is a light night on Sunday and a team only plays Sunday, etc., to really maximize on games played strategy there. This really will help out teams' fantasy formats where you can update your roster on a daily basis. Again, this can help out other formats because just hearing a player's name and hearing what they've done lately, where they are positioned, whether it be second line, power play time, etc., because coaches change lines all the time, you might find some solid value in there for other formats as well, even if it is a weekly roster or a dynasty league, etc. But that pretty much sums up what you can expect from me. We will be doing, again, like I mentioned, the shorts. I really do find some value in that for everybody. We do the strategy episode, waiver wire episode, and our weekend ads episode. So we go through a ton of players every week, hopefully finding you that solid value for your fantasy leagues. Hopefully it helps you secure that win this year, etc. And good luck this fantasy season, fantasy owners. I'm getting pumped about it. Hopefully you are. And let's win some leagues out there.